One late night, Mama came home real late. I welcomed her back, and she asked,
"Tommy, why are you still up this late?"
I told her I was waiting for her. She said,
"You know at this time, little kids should be asleep already, or the red man will come for them. But if you go to sleep now, the red man might give you a gift. So be a good boy and go to your room, okay?"
I nodded and hugged my mama good night. But just as I was about to let go, Dada came out and yelled at Mama, asking why she was home so late. Mama said she had an urgent meeting at work and had to stay. Then Dada yelled at me, too, and said,
"Go to your room, you little shit, or I'll beat the crap out of you."
I know he won't really do it, but I went to my room anyway so he wouldn't be mad at me anymore. As I walked away, I could hear them arguing in the hallway, but I knew they'd be fine, so I went to bed. I woke up in the middle of the night and saw him, the red man Mama was talking about. But since I had gone to sleep just like she said, I knew he wouldn't hurt me. He was gonna give me a gift, so I closed my eyes again, not paying much attention to him. The next day, I woke up and right beside my bed was the gift. It made me so happy. It was a doll that looked just like me. And the doll said, "Because I am you?" I got startled and dropped the doll on the floor. The doll could talk. The doll said, "Yep, and I'm hungry. You should grab some food. Maybe there's some in your closet. Try opening it." So I went to my closet, but something wasn't right. I couldn't open the doors. They were stuck. The doll said, "I'm hungry. Go to the kitchen instead if they won't open." So I went to the kitchen and found some food and a note from Mama. "Here's your favorite spaghetti, son. Heat it up before you eat it. Love, Mama." I love spaghetti. I put the doll on the table and heated up my food. While it was heating, I asked the doll, "How are you gonna eat without a mouth?" "You're just a doll." The doll said, "My maker made it so whatever you eat, I get to feel and eat too. So you just have to eat, and I won't be hungry anymore." That was awesome. After I ate, like magic, the doll was full too. It made me so happy. Then the doll said, "Let's play a game. Let's play hide and seek. I'll look for you, and you hide in your parents' room." I told the doll, but Dada's in there, and he doesn't like it when I sneak in. The doll said,
"It's fine. Your dad isn't there right now."
I was confused, but Dad's always in his room when Mom's at work. The doll said, "My maker took care of your dad. He's not here anymore. He's somewhere far away." So I rushed to my parents' room, and sure enough, Dada wasn't there. That made me worried. I told the doll, "I want to find Dad. I'm worried something happened to him. I love my dad." The doll sighed and said, "Fine, I know where your dad is, but you have to do everything I say, and be quick. My maker won't like this, but I'll help you find him." I nodded. I wanted to help. "The first thing you gotta do is get the radio from your mom's bedside table and tune it to the right station. Then put it in front of your parents' closet." I asked, "Why are we doing this? Shouldn't we be looking for Dad outside?" The doll said, "These closets are like portals. We could have used your closet, but it's stuck. So we'll use your parents' closet to find your dad." I believe the doll now, so I tuned the radio and opened the closet. Every time I opened it, there were different places, a beach, mountains, playgrounds, depending on the station. But then the room got really dark, and the doll disappeared. I didn't care, though I was gonna find my dad.
I opened the closet again, and inside I saw something terrible. Mama, huddled in the corner, her eyes all black like empty holes. She had blood everywhere, and her head was tilted weird. I slammed the door shut, scared. I tuned the radio again and opened the door, and Mama was gone. The doll reappeared and said,
"That's the place." I stepped inside the closet, and as my eyes adjusted, I saw Dada. He was in some sort of bed, muttering to himself,
No, I didn't do it. I didn't do that to them. No.
I didn't understand what he meant, but the doll told me to grab a card from the table next to Dada's bed and said we had to leave fast because his maker noticed us. I grabbed the card and ran. The next thing I knew, I was back inside their closet, and Mama was outside the closet. She stared at me, then said,
Tommy, what are you doing there? Are you playing?
She tilted her head weird again, but I thought I was just tired from everything. I hugged her and went back to my room. I asked the doll what was happening with Dada, and the doll said,
My maker put him there because he was a bad dad.
I said, no way. My dad loves me and Mom. But the doll said,
He wouldn't be in that place if he was a good dad.
I got mad and threw the doll on the floor, just like where I found it, and went to sleep. That night, I dreamed of the red man again. This time, he came into my room and beat the doll, hitting it until it was black and blue, blood everywhere. I couldn't move, I just had to watch. At the end, the red man snapped the doll's head off and threw it by my closet. When I woke up, the doll was lying by the closet, just like in my dream, beaten and broken, with its eyes popped out. I asked the doll, what happened to you? The doll said,
My maker didn't like what I did yesterday, so he beat me up. But don't worry, I can still be your playmate. Now, let's get something to eat.
I ran to the kitchen, but Mama was sitting there crying. I asked her what was wrong, but she didn't answer. All she said was,
I did all of this for us, for our family. I just wanted food on the table. He couldn't do it, so I did what I had to, even if it meant selling my body.
She cried harder, and then I saw the red man behind her. He grabbed her and started choking her, dragging her toward the parents' room. I screamed, Mama, but no one heard me. I couldn't move. All I could hear was Mama's screams until they stopped suddenly. Then the front door opened and there was a bright light. The doll said,
Put the card you got yesterday through that door. Then your dad will be saved.
I could finally move again, so I did what the doll told me. After that, the doll said,
Go back to your room and open the closet. You'll be able to now.
So I put the doll in front of the closet, but before I opened it, the doll said,
I have to tell you something first. You and me, you'll understand when you open the door. Are you ready?
I nodded, because I needed to know what was going on. The doll said,
This is all a coping mechanism made by you. You know what happened, but you're in denial. You're big enough to process this kind of thing, but you choose to ignore it. I opened the closet, and there it was, my body. My lifeless body, beaten to a pulp with my eyes gouged out, just like the doll. The doll said, That's you. I told you. I'm you. And your dad did this to you.
And then it hit me. That night, Dada argued with Mom because he found out she was sleeping with another man for money. He was so angry, he choked her and beat her to death. Then, he came to my room and did the same to me. After that, he hid our bodies in the closets and ran away to a hotel. That's where I found him when I opened the portal. Later, the police found Dad because of the card I had left for them. They arrested him for killing me and Mom. He was found guilty and sentenced to death.
Thank you for tuning in. Please leave a like, subscribe. I will see you again next week.